short training, should be about 20-30 minutes, is going to, this training is going to combine our weekly 31 flavors of video call with a new training. So we're gonna kind of double dipping here, but that's cool. And again, I'm gonna push the envelope about as far as I can from a technology standpoint, meaning I am going to go live to Zoom and Webinar Jam at the same time. And we'll make it even more interesting and go to Facebook as well, I think, if it lets me do that. Let's see if we can share it on a group. Go live. All right, so we are really testing the limits here of all the technology, and we'll see how it works. This, again, welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll start right at the top of the hour. This is our weekly call, and we'll see how it works. Oh, this, again, welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll start right at the top of the hour. This is, all right, let's see if I pause that and go back here. Hopefully we're going live to Facebook, Zoom, and Webinar Jam, all at the same time. I'm going to go over to Facebook and check right before we get to the top of the hour here just to see. All right, it looks like we are actually going live. Can't see anything on the screen, but that's fine. All right, let's see now. Weekly call, and we'll see how it works. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Webinar Jam. And welcome, if you're just joining us. This is both the weekly call for the 31 flavors of video members and a quick webinar slash preview slash training about the 10 times video multiplier. So I'm going to show you how to turn 2 videos into 10 or more videos. That is what we're here to do today. Hopefully you can hear me, you can see me. Feel free to pop in the chat and let me know. I'll turn on the Zoom chat so I can see that. And again, I apologize in advance for any glitches because we are once again testing the limits of technology here and bandwidth by going live to Webinar Jam and Facebook Live in the 31 Flavors group and Zoom at louwebinar.com. We'll see how it works. And if it doesn't, I'll re-record it and send you a replay. But so far, so good. So I'm going to jump right in here since it's the top of the hour. Again, welcome to 10 times video multiplier. I'm going to show you here in a few minutes how to turn 2 simple videos into at least 10 weeks of video content. And feel free to pop in the chat if you have any questions or comments, if you can see me, hear me, etc. And like I say, we're going to really see if we can push the envelope here and go live to 3 different places at once. We'll see how it goes. And of course, there will be a replay, hopefully, assuming this is all recording. So we'll see how that goes as well. Let me share my screen here and show you what we're talking about. So here is the deal. Wow, there's a delay on the Webinar Jam. Let me just see if that's working the way it's supposed to here. Okay, hopefully the screen is advancing and you can see what I can see. What does that mean here? Okay, come on, I'm sharing my screen. What the hell, why isn't it progressing? Let me just double check and make sure I'm in the right place. There we go. All right, now we're on track here. So here's the deal about video in general. Hang on a second, I'm going to reshare my screen, see if that works better. Bear with me for a moment. There we go. All right, so you need to be marketing with video. I'm sure you've heard it a million times, and it's true. You just need to be marketing with video these days. It's really the key way that we can connect and communicate with our fans, followers, etc. Hi, Mona. good to see you here. And Tracy, hopefully this is all working. So, you know, the thing that I hear the most is that video is really complicated and time consuming and scary, and it's a big commitment. And all of that is true, but that doesn't change the fact that it is still must have marketing. So yeah, it's hard, but you know, that's the hard is what separates the wheat from the chaff or whatever. It is must have marketing, and there are shortcuts, luckily for us. So why do I say video is must have marketing? Because in 2020, last year, the year of the pandemic, 96% of consumers increased their online video consumption. Perhaps that comes as no surprise, given the fact that we were in quarantine and isolating and all that stuff. Let me let Franklin into the room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But 9 out of 10 viewers said that they wanted to see more videos from brands and businesses. So 2020, 96% of consumers increased their online video consumption. And this year, the average person, not that you're average, is predicted to spend 100 minutes a day watching online videos. The other reason why I say video is must have marketing is that viewers retain 95% of a message when they watch it in a video versus when they read it in text. And when they read it in text, apparently just 10% of viewers retain the message, whereas 95% retain the message when they're watching a video. In addition, but wait, there's more. In addition, marketers who use video grow revenue 49% faster than non-video users. I think that bears repeating. Marketers who use video grow revenue 49% faster than non-video users. 87% of online marketers are now using video content. I hope you are among that 87%. And the same 87% of video marketers report that video gives them a positive return on investment. People watch an average of 16 hours of online video per week, which is a 52% increase in the last 2 years. You see where we're going with all this stuff? And social video generates 1,200% more shares than text and image content combined. So yes, video is indeed must-have marketing. So how do we streamline it? How do we shortcut it? How do we make it easier? There are a lot of ways to do that. Some of these I reviewed with you guys in the 31 flavors class in week 1, but I'm going to review it here again because I think it's really helpful to know that there are shortcuts. First of all, you can batch record your videos. Just like you binge watch, you can binge record as well. It never fails that when I'm doing a webinar or training live, the person next door decides to do their leaf blowing or lawn mowing, or the UPS guy shows up and the pugs go crazy. But when you do have the opportunity, when it's quiet or when you know you're going to have a few hours uninterrupted, you can batch record your videos. And I always tell folks, don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. Just use Zoom to record your videos. Zoom gives you a really good quality MP4 and a separate MP3 audio track if you decide you just want to use it for podcasting or something. But use Zoom. It is the low-hanging fruit for video recording. Also, just as a side note, did you know that you can use Canva and animate your graphics? That counts as video, folks. I'm just having my gin and tonic here. Not really. The other shortcut is to basically skip the editing process and just go live. So go live on Facebook or YouTube or even LinkedIn if you have LinkedIn Live. And that way you're just in the moment and you don't necessarily have to do any editing. The other thing to do is do an interview with Zoom. If you have somebody interview you, you know, it can be like a 60-minute style interview. You can use that to basically create a lot of content all at once and then edit it later. I'll get into more of that in a moment. You can create a screencast like I'm doing here. I'm sort of on camera, but I'm really sharing my PowerPoint and my screen so that you guys can all see what's cooking here. And like I say, I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that this is going out to Facebook Live, Webinar Jam, and Zoom simultaneously. So we'll see how it goes. You can also do off-camera tools, animation, Animoto, Magisto. So try new video formats. If you always do live, try something different. If you always do talking head videos, maybe try an animated format or a whiteboard video. So explore options and find your video sweet spot. Try different things and see what works best for you. Now, I want to come back to these time savers. And again, my favorite is to batch record several videos at the same time and to keep it simple by recording right to Zoom. Again, you can go live to Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn and skip the edit. I actually take my live broadcasts and rebroadcast them on one stream live. You can use screencasts if you're not quite camera ready. You can share your screen like I'm doing here. So don't get locked into one particular style. You want to try to be flexible, and that's going to help you do more videos, because when you find what your default or favorite style is, you will naturally do more of that. You're probably not going to do stuff that you hate to do. And if you hate to be on camera, that's going to be tricky. So part of that is just getting, more comfortable with it. Folks often ask, as we're talking about video here, what is the ideal length for video? And the answer is, it depends. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on your message. It depends on your audience. It depends on the platform you're using. But let's take YouTube and general video as an example here and look at this research on the right-hand side of the screen here that says, this is interesting, most videos or the ideal length of videos is both 3 to 4 minutes or 10 to 19 minutes. I was kind of blown away when I saw this, because I've been preaching keep it short and sweet for years, but apparently there is a place for 10 to 20 minute videos. And I suspect that has a lot to do with Facebook Live, because Facebook Live recommends that you do 20 minutes or so. But 3 to 4 minutes is still a sweet spot as well. So again, you have a lot of flexibility there. You can do short videos, you can do longer videos. What I like to do is create a 20-minute video and then cut it up into shorter 3 to 4 minute segments. And I'll tell you more about that in a moment. Oh, cool, Mona, thank you for sharing that I am on Facebook and Webinar Jam at the same time. I just like to experiment and sort of practice what I preach and try to really push the technology. So I often talk about finding your video sweet spot, and you want to experiment with different styles, whether it be live, on camera, off camera, screencasts, animation, and also experiment with different platforms, because you may find that you get more traction or more views on Facebook than on YouTube. That's often the case for me. You might find that LinkedIn is a really good platform for you to post your videos, or if they're really short and sweet videos, Instagram might be your jam, as they say, as the kids say. So determine the right style of video for your goals, and try not to get locked into just one style, because different goals often require different types of videos. Feel free to put any questions in the chat as we go along, and I'm going to open up for Q&A as well at the end here, but I just want to run through this brief 15-20 minute presentation for you and reiterate some of the things that we've been talking about. So here's how to multiply your videos. This is my process. Feel free to steal it, borrow it. I do have a done for you version, which I will tell you about shortly, where I basically do all this stuff for you. But if you want to do it yourself, and you could certainly give it a try, here's my process, and here's what I recommend. Set up your recording space so that you can just hit record and go. I don't care if you're at a desktop or using an iPhone or at a stand-up desk. I recommend you stay indoors, because outdoors brings up a whole host of problems. But set up your space so that you can just go, okay? You don't want to waste 2 hours every time you go to do a video by adjusting your lighting and your mics. You want all that set up in advance so that you don't have to worry about the production. You can basically just hit record and go. As I mentioned before, use Zoom to record your video. So here's the trick on multiplying videos, and here's really what I do with my clients. When you're on Zoom, hit record, obviously, and record 5 expert tips videos all at once. Take 15, 20 minutes, half hour, whatever it takes to record your 5 expert tips videos. So you just start out and say, you know, hey, this is Lou Bortone, and here's this week's tip, or here's tip number 1 or tip number 5 for blah, 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 whatever you're sharing in your niche. 5 expert tips. So you're going to record all those on Zoom, and you're going to have maybe a 15, 20-minute video that you can download from Zoom. All right, now put that video aside for a moment, and now go back, doesn't have to be the same day, but go back and record 5 frequently asked questions videos all at once, right in sequence, one right after the other. Keep the recording going. Don't worry about mistakes right now. Just get the content out there and record it. Nobody is seeing it yet. So you record your 5 frequently asked questions videos. Same thing. Introduce yourself. I would do something like, hey, it's Lou Bortone, and one of the most frequently asked questions I get is, what camera should I use? So let's talk about blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you do your 5 frequently asked questions videos. Now you've got 2 lovely MP4 files from Zoom, and you download those Zoom videos. Next, you edit the first longer video, the expert tips, into 5 separate videos. You take your 15, 20 minutes of footage and cut out and edit the 5 tips. You can use iMovie if you're on a Mac. You can use Magisto online, whatever editing program you use, or you can get somebody else to do it for you. Then edit the second longer 15, 20-minute video into your 5 frequently asked questions videos. So now you've got 10 edited videos, and hopefully they're about 2 to 4 minutes each. You can also take the longer videos and clean those up so that you've got 1 full 5 expert tips altogether and 1 full frequently asked questions video altogether. I know this sounds complicated, but it really is not that difficult once you get into the process here. So now you've essentially got 10 or 12 individual videos. What you're going to do at that point is post those videos every week on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So you post 1 video per week for 10 weeks. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'll give you a sneak peek here. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. When you create that video tips series and that frequently asked questions series, you're going to post to Facebook on Wednesday, to YouTube on Thursday, and to LinkedIn on Friday every week. So can you see the huge visibility and presence that's giving you for the entire month, or 10 weeks actually? I'll come back to this slide in a moment, but let me come back here to the process. So here's a visual of how this works. You record video tip number 1, which is for week 1, and you post it to YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn the first week. So you've got 1 video on 3 different platforms during week 1. Week 2, you take video tip number 2 and post that to YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Same with week 3, week 4, and week 5. So there's 5 weeks of videos that are all taken from your 1 video tip series that you've now edited into 5 separate tips. On week number 6, you start the process all over again with your frequently asked questions videos. And I say it's a 10-time video multiplier, but it's really 15 because you're posting these on 3 different platforms every week. So you can see 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 over the course of those 5 weeks. So this is your frequently asked questions series. You start with your 10, 15-minute video that you recorded. You edited it down to 5 standalone videos, and now you're posting it every week to YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. These are the platforms that I recommend. You don't absolutely have to use these platforms, but they are the big 3. You can use Pinterest if you want. You can upload it to your own website. You can put it in an email. You can do it on Instagram if it's short enough. But these are the 3 that I recommend as the sort of big 3 platforms where you're going to get the most traction. So and I'm going to share more with you here too, but I want to sort of basically tell you, I also do this for clients. It's not for everybody and it's not cheap, but again, if you want someone to do all the editing for all those 10 videos, I can do that for you, and I'll tell you more about that in a moment. But first, I want to show you the best times to post on those 3 platforms that we talked about: YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For YouTube, according to Oberlo, and this is updated recently, the best days to post are Thursdays or Fridays. Okay, Thursdays or Fridays from 2 to 4 p.m. And you can schedule your videos. I schedule everything to post at a particular time. So that's why when we go back to this calendar, it says post your YouTube video on Thursday. Okay, so best time, let me take a quick drink, see if there are any other questions. Luna says being a kid at heart is helpful. That's for sure. You got to be playful about all this stuff because it's not brain surgery. Okay, so YouTube, right? All right, we got YouTube. Now let's look at Facebook. Best time to post on Facebook. Wednesday, midday, Wednesday, okay? So that's why when we go back to our calendar here, we've got our Facebook posts and our Facebook videos posting on Wednesday. And finally, LinkedIn. Best time to post on LinkedIn is Thursday or Friday. Well, we've already posted our YouTube video on Thursday, so let's do Friday midday, okay? And again, you can schedule this ahead of time on Hootsuite or eClinch or whatever you may be using. We'll talk more about that in a bit. So the point is, and you don't have to stop there. Again, once you've got that 2 to 4 minute video, you can put it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, your own website or blog, YouTube, obviously. Vimeo is similar to YouTube, but smaller. You can put it in an email. You can put it on Instagram. So you want to share and repurpose that video as much as possible. So that's the process. You take one long video and chop it up into 5 smaller videos, one for tips, one for frequently asked questions. And again, I have a program here to do this for you. Now, it's again, it's not for everyone. It's not inexpensive because it is, after all, 10 to 12 videos done for you, professionally edited. And I'm going to see if this works. I did a video about this, and I don't know if it will play in PowerPoint, but I'm going to give it a shot just to see. So let me turn up the volume and see if this actually works. Hey, it's Lou Bortone, your go-to video guy, and I understand that creating videos can be a total pain. I know it can be difficult and frustrating, and yet it's really the most powerful way that you can market and promote your business. The trouble is, it's oftentimes stressful or frustrating to crank out a lot of video. However, what I've been doing for my clients, and I'm now offering to you, is a way to create 2 videos and turn them into up to 12 videos. That's 3 months of video content. You can release a video every single week. It's really remarkably simple because I do all the work for you. All we do is we meet on Zoom, and I interview you once or twice on Zoom for about an hour or so. I take all the awesome footage we create, and yes, I'll make sure that you look good, and I'll help you with your background and your lighting and all that kind of stuff. Today, as you can see, I'm in pretend Tuscany. So we're going to meet on Zoom, record videos, and then I'm going to go away and create and slice and dice and magically make 10 to 12 videos out of the 1 20-minute or so video that we create. We can create 5 expert tips videos, and then we can create 5 frequently asked questions videos, and you will have 3 months of awesome video content that you can use to market and promote your business. And the best part of that is all you have to do is create the Zoom meeting and do the Zoom meeting with me, which I will walk you through every step of the way. And then I go off and work my magic and create all of the individual videos that you can then rip out every week on autopilot to Facebook, to Instagram, to LinkedIn, to Twitter, to YouTube, anywhere you need to be. And you will have an enormous and powerful video presence going into the rest of the year and going into next year. So check out the details on this page and find out how we turn 2 simple videos into 10 videos in the 10 times video content multiplier. This is a really unique program. I can only do a handful of people because it is very hands-on for me, but it is very little work for you. So if you'd like to turn 2 videos into 10 and really increase your impact, influence, and income, then check the details below. Thanks. Wow, it worked. It worked, sort of. So again, just to review, you can do this yourself, or you can have someone like me do it. You're going to record 2 longer videos on Zoom. 5 video tips and 5 frequently asked questions. You're going to take those 2 longer videos and chop them up into individual videos. So again, video tip 1 is week 1. Video tip 2 is posted on week 2. Video tip 3 posted week 3, etc. And when I do this with my clients, I try to make it really, really easy and simple so that all you have to do is show up for the Zoom interviews and I ask you the questions. Basically, I help you with the 5 tips and 5 frequently asked questions. Then I go and edit and add all the bells and whistles to those 10 separate videos so that you can post them to YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn over 10 to 12 weeks. So again, the power of this is just the visibility that you get here. And I say that your video tips start the week of October 4th. You'll have enough video content to bring you right to the new year. If we do it this way and start on the 4th, it'll bring you right to the end of December. And you'll have a video. And again, you can automate this very easy. I'll show you how. Post to Facebook on Wednesday, post to YouTube on Thursday, post to LinkedIn on Friday. And you are going to have mega visibility on all these platforms because you are sharing tips and tricks and your expertise for 10 to 12 weeks online. Of course, there's a call to action at the end of all those videos, suggesting that they work with you or get on your schedule or buy your product or service. So again, I can do this and I do this for clients. This is not for newbies who are not yet generating revenue, at least this 10 times program. Of course, you're welcome to do it yourself, but this is not for business owners who don't have a signature product or service ready to sell now. This is for people who have a product or service or coaching ready to go. This is not for dabblers. This is not for business owners who are unable to invest to get 10 to 12 videos done for you. It is for business owners who are not comfortable on camera, but know they need to do video. Excuse me. So maybe you're not sure about your background and your lighting and how you look, and we help you with all that. This is for entrepreneurs with the resources to invest the time and money into video marketing. It is ideal for experts, authors, and speakers with valuable tips or expertise to share. It is for serious business owners who want simple, done-for-you video solutions. And it is also for solopreneurs looking to save time and not have to deal with the editing of their videos. So again, I would, you're invited to check this out if you want, certainly no obligation, but if you go to, hey, I think I can go on, let me show you something on Webinar Jam. I think I can pull up the offer right on Webinar Jam. Yes, oh, that's cool. I forgot on Webinar Jam, you can actually do it right within the platform. So if you're watching this on Webinar Jam, you can see the little box in the upper right that says, go get this thing. If you're not watching it on Webinar Jam, that's totally fine as well. We'll find a way for you to get it on, what am I sharing here? On video at loubortone.com/10x. So here's how it works. When you become part of this particular program, you book a time for a one-on-one with me to talk about your video content goals. Then we do a prep session to review your lighting, your background, your audio, your Zoom setup, just to make sure you can sit and go. Sit down, hit record, and go. And I'm actually recording it for you. So then we do 2 30-minute Zoom interviews. They don't have to be 30 minutes. Maybe they can be 20. And I get the questions from you. I get the content from you. I interview you. And then I take that footage and I edit it into 10 to 12 individual videos, 5 tips and 5 frequently asked questions. I even create custom logo animation for you for the intros and outros, and you get 2 group coaching sessions and 1 private one-on-one session for follow-up and to review the distribution plan and make sure that we get it all automated for you. So I was doing the math on this last night, and these are not like bullshit made up numbers. These are like my actual fees. So the private consulting and setup session, if you had to book an hour with me, that would cost you $350. Pre-production support, the Zoom interview sessions, that's a couple of hours with me, 10 professionally edited 3 to 4 minute videos, and 2 bonus 10-minute videos, because you can use the video with all 5 tips as one video. You also get custom logo animation, intro, outro, 2 group sessions, 1 private session. So the actual real value of my time doing this, and this is why I can only do a few of them because it takes time, is $38.50. However, you can do this for 2 payments of $7.50. Not too shabby. I think I'm making about $18 an hour or something. But anyway, I really want to help you get your videos out into the world, and this is the quickest, most efficient way I know how to do that, and turning 2 videos into 10 videos. If you are interested in this, you can check out loubortone.com/10x, or you can do it yourself, or go to Fiverr or Upwork or anything like that. All you really have to do is record those Zoom videos, 5 expert tips and 5 frequently asked questions. So you can certainly do it yourself, or you can have me do it for you, and you get all this good stuff with it, the professional editing, the coaching, the setup, the logo reveal, the whole deal. So I haven't even made this public until today, and I've already sold 3 of these. So I think it's going to be really popular for the right folks and for the right people who are ready to do that. So again, you're welcome to do that if you wish. It's at loubortone.com/10x. I thank you for watching this lovely little presentation, and I am happy to answer any questions that you may have, assuming I can see them, because I am trying to balance Webinar Jam, Facebook Live, and Zoom all at the same time. And after the recording, we'll see how it works, or if it works. But there will be a replay. Hopefully, there will be a recording. But if you have any questions about this 10 times video, or how I do it, or anything about the process, anything about the actual, how to turn the 2 videos into 10 videos, but it's a pretty simple concept. It's just a little difficult to execute. It just takes some time to do the editing and things like that. So that's it. I mean, this is what I'm doing with my VIP one-on-one coaching clients. I'm interviewing them on Zoom, taking the content and all of their expertise and genius and breaking it up into smaller videos, 3 to 4 minute videos. And then we're posting 1 a week on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It's a great system. It's a great way to get a ton of content out there. You can have your video presence and your video visibility basically blasted out for the entire rest of the year on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn from now till the end of December. Or you can start the whole thing in January if you want. You can post the videos anytime you want. I'm only doing this for my folks and people who sign up for this between now and Labor Day. I mean, I can edit the videos after Labor Day, but you got to sign up by Labor Day. So if you go to that sales page at loubortone.com/10x, you'll see that there is a deadline of Labor Day, or when 10 spots are taken, or 7. There's 7 left. So whichever comes first. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, I think. And, oh, cool, who's here? And I'm going to, no, I'm not going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to continue sharing my screen just to see if there are any questions. I just wanted to go over to Zoom to see if there were any chat questions or anything else coming up. Again, we are doing both the 31 flavors of video call along with this sort of flash training presentation. One of the things I want to reiterate here, just in terms of best practices, is the best times to post on YouTube. Again, Thursdays and Fridays, 2 to 4 p.m. And again, you can schedule your videos. Once they're done, you can have them appear on YouTube at any time that you indicate on YouTube, because you can pre-schedule them. On Facebook, you want to shoot for Wednesdays, avoid Sundays, for posting. And for LinkedIn, Thursdays or Fridays, again, because I'm posting my YouTube videos on Thursdays, I go to Friday and stick with Friday as the best time to post. I know it says, it's confusing because it says Wednesday, Thursday on the top, but it says best time to post Thursday, Friday. So I'm going from Friday to 11 a.m. for my LinkedIn videos. It's a really good system for getting a ton of content out there, a ton of visibility, and all of that increases your impact, influence, and income. So I think I finally put the offer up on Webinar Jam, which I was having a little trouble with before. Hi Tracy, I will send you the info on the 31 flavors content. It's all in Thinkific. And if you want to stream to Facebook and YouTube at the same time, you can use StreamYard, which is what I use. I'm not using that today because I'm not going to YouTube. But you can go to 3 different locations at once using StreamYard. I believe it's 3. I think there are plans where you can do more. So typically, when I go live on StreamYard, I'm going to my Facebook profile page, my Facebook group, and to YouTube. So I'm triple dipping and going to all 3 at the same time. That's probably the best way to do it. And the other great thing about StreamYard is that you can share your screen, you can have other people on and do interviews and things like that. So that's kind of cool. And as far as getting started, just do some Facebook Lives, maybe to a private group that you have. So it's sort of your off-Broadway, get your feet wet, get used to doing live video. And then you can, when you get a little bit more comfortable with it, you just open it up to YouTube and your Facebook profile. And with StreamYard, it's really easy. You can schedule your broadcast. Let me try to share my screen and see if I can show you that here. Share a different screen here. All right, this is a big mess. This is my Webinar Jam screen that you're seeing, so you can see the offer there for the 10 times video multiplier. But when I go to StreamYard, you can see here that when I, this particular one that I did in May went to Facebook page, my Facebook group, and YouTube at the same time. So you can pick where you want those videos to go. You can pick any of your Facebook groups, you can pick LinkedIn, if you have LinkedIn Live, you can pick YouTube, etc. So you just pick your destinations, and then when you enter the StreamYard studio, you go live to those 3 places at once. Hopefully that makes sense. Again, I'm not using StreamYard today because I'm using Webinar Jam, because I wanted to do a flash webinar or a quick training, and I wanted to do this and Zoom and the Video Nation Facebook Live group at the same time. So I don't think I broke the internet. I think that it worked, and we shall see in the recording if that's the case. So again, let me come back to this screen here. If you are interested in the done for you 12 video versions, you can check that out at loubortone.com/10x. Or if you're on the Webinar Jam webinar, you can just click the offer on the right-hand side of the page. Obviously, that won't work if you're on Zoom, but you can always go to loubortone.com/10 times, 10x. So that's that. Any other questions? I'm probably going to do another bonus Q&A session for the 31 flavors of video group separately. But I just wanted to get this out today because I'm only offering this until Labor Day, which is like, what, a week or 10 days? Hard to believe, it's almost September. But if you want to get your videos up and out for 4th quarter and have a really strong video presence, I encourage you to try this concept, either on your own or with me or another video editor or a video expert that you may know. And again, you can turn those videos, those longer videos, into shorter, punchier 3 to 4 minute videos, and then just drip them out week after week after week. Again, when I do this with my folks, we automate it and we schedule everything in advance. So basically we just flip a switch and everything is on autopilot. It's a beautiful thing because you have videos magically appearing on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube week after week after week. So that's kind of cool. I'll show you the calendar of, if I can find the right screen again, I will show you the calendar that I set up for this, perhaps. So again, if you started this the week of October 4th, that would give you all of September to create and edit the videos. You start posting week 1, video tip number 1 to Facebook on Thursday, video tip number 1, same video, to YouTube on, Wednesday to Facebook, Thursday to YouTube, Friday to LinkedIn. Week 2, same thing. Tip number 2 goes to Facebook Wednesday, YouTube Thursday, LinkedIn Friday. So you can see week after week after week, you've got videos being posted here. And you go into November, same thing. Once you get to week number 6, you start your frequently asked questions videos, and you post the first one to Facebook on Wednesday, to YouTube on Thursday, to LinkedIn on Friday. And this is all automated with Hootsuite or whatever we use. And you will see here that you have got content right up until Christmas Eve. I mean, basically for the rest of the year. So it's a really powerful way to multiply your presence and your visibility on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And other platforms too. If you decide you want to use other platforms and repurpose to other platforms, that's totally fine. I don't know if I shared the right screen there, but hopefully you saw that calendar. All right, let me see if there are any other questions before we wrap up here. I'm going to go back to the chat. Tracy, I will get you the Thinkific info. Franklin, thank you for being here. The dulcet tones of Franklin Taggart, best voice in the business as far as I'm concerned. You got to do you can do audio too, podcasting, all that good stuff. I don't see any other questions. Let me pull up the chat again. All right, StreamYard has a free version and a paid version, Mona. So you can start, if you don't have a product yet, you can start with the free version and use that until you're kind of up and running. Thank you. Did I not show my calendar on that? What a doofus I am sometimes. So let me know if you can see this calendar now. Oh, I don't know why that's not sharing. That's okay. You guys get the idea. All right, you guys, this has been fun, crazy, challenging at times, but hey, I make the mistakes so you don't have to, or I make the mistakes first so you don't have to. Awesome. So this looks great. Thank you again for being here. We'll do another session of the 31 flavors peeps. Any questions, put them in the Video Nation group on Facebook, and we will see you there. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go back to, I don't even know where I am, Webinar Jam. Like I said, here we're going to Webinar Jam, Facebook, and YouTube at the same time. So I hope this was helpful. I hope we can stay connected and stay in touch. And if you need anything, go to the Facebook group. All right, we'll see you there. Thanks, and bye for now.